In this next question, question 2 here from the Study Clicks questions on trigonometry, Sean's value for the angle of elevation was 57 degrees. Sean's clinometer was at a height of 1.42 meters. He was standing 4 meters from the school wall at this time. So he was using the clinometer to measure the height of the school building. Sean drew the diagram below to show this information. And part C here says, use the right angle in the diagram to write tan of 57 degrees as a fraction in terms of x. So tan of 57 is equal to something there. So I suppose I have a little sketch done here. There's Sean's eye, he's looking up, there's his 57 degrees. And for me here, the big thing is to, in trigonometric ratios, to identify the hypotenuse, the opposite side. Of course, we're referencing the 57 degree angle here, so the opposite side to that is x. And last but not least, the one that's left over and never has any choice or say in the matter is the adjacent there in the sun. There's the adjacent. Now that we've that done, we remember our old friend, silly old Harry, caught a herring, trawling off Achill. Yeah, and we are told that it's going to be tan, which we'll see in a second, but nonetheless, it's good to step through it here doing this. It's cos equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, tan is equal to opposite over adjacent. So what I always say to the lads in class, I say here, what side has no information whatsoever? So the hypotenuse here has no info. So this hypotenuse has no info side. So basically, any ratio that has the hypotenuse in it is gone. We can't use it. So once I've established that, I can see that the one ratio I've left over is my tan, which means that my tan of the angle is equal to the opposite side, O standing for opposite, A standing for adjacent. And I just basically fill in here now when I'm going to say tan of the angle 57. 57 there is equal to the opposite side. The opposite side in my triangle is x. And the adjacent here I can see clearly is 4. And that's the answer to part 1 in the question. Tan of 57 is equal to x over 4. Then it says to get your calculator and work out tan of 57 to 2 decimal places. So tan of 57 is going to be equal to 1.5398, 6 and so on. And I am going to correct this to 2 decimal places. Find the place where you're going to round. So there's the decimal point. There's the first place after the decimal. There's the second place. There's the place we're going to round. Look at the digit next to it. And if it's 5 or greater, we will round up. It is 5 or greater. So our answer is going to be 1.54. Rounding up from 3 to 4. And that's part D. And then part E in this question. Using his measurements, Sean works out that x is roughly 6.16 meters. Use this value to find Sean's estimate of the total height of the school in meters. So looking at the diagram there, so the total height of the school, if you can see it above here, well, using his measurements, and that's where he's standing there, we're after finding out that x is 6.16 meters. So using Sean's measurements there, we're after finding out that x is 6.16 meters. And of course we need to find out the height of the school, so there's still that bit of the wall that's red there, and that's a distance of 1.42 meters. So what we need to do then in this part of the question is we need to add 6.16 and 1.42 together. So 6.16 and 1.42 together, 2 and 6 is 8, 4 and 1 is 5, 6 and 1 is 7. So the answer of the height of the school is 7.58 meters.